My fellow citizens, as you can probably tell, I do spend most of my time supporting Governor Sarah Palin. But I'm here today to stand with someone that she would agree is the leader in fighting for the Second Amendment. You. We the people are the leaders in this war. And make no mistake about it, we are at war with those who want to fundamentally transform our country, destroy our Constitution, and establish a socialist tyranny in its place. I speak not just about Obama, Pelosi, Feinstein, Cuomo, and Bloomberg. I also speak about the establishment Republicans, the so-called moderates, the Republicans in name only, the rhinos, who aid and abet this administration. Our founding fathers have spoken clearly and plainly on why the Second Amendment is in our Constitution, and it was most recently upheld by the Supreme Court as being an individual right in the Heller case. The British tried to confiscate so-called assault weapons of the era. They got a revolution, and out of that revolution, our constitutional republic was born. For over 238 years, patriots spilled their blood, were maimed, and gave their lives defending our freedoms. Now it is right to ask, those of you who have served, please raise your hand. We thank you. Yeah. We honor you. Without your sacrifice, you would not be here today. You see in some places around the world, people are shot, bombed, raped, tortured, and thrown in gulags for doing what we're doing right here, right now. The one amendment in our Constitution that guarantees our freedoms is the Second. Without it, we cease to be citizens. We turn into subjects. Yes, those who want to eliminate the Second Amendment have a vision of a centralized police/nanny state in which we are their subjects and they are working to transform our nation into that. These people infest both major parties. The Democrats and the Republicans have merged into the same cesspool under two different names. I offer as evidence the proposed gun laws nationwide and the actions of some in the press. Our state envisaged gun confiscation in the so-called New York SAFE Act, shoved down our throats by Malliotakis and Lanza, who joined rank with the Democrats. Our, quote, conservative congressman praised this bill. If you think that's bad, it gets worse. In Missouri, their legislature is proposing to require gun owners to turn their guns in 90 days. Wait, it gets worse than that. Seattle lawmakers wanted to empower police to go house to house confiscating guns. Though that proposal was dropped, the fact that it was even introduced should give us pause. Since the Second Amendment no longer has meaning to these people, perhaps they're going for the trifecta and going for the fourth and the fifth as well. Democrats in Iowa want to ban and confiscate all semi-automatic rifles. Democrats in Wisconsin want to ban hunting ammunition. These are just the proposals I know about. The police chief of Chicago thinks the Second Amendment is a threat to public safety. He's gone on record as blaming Sarah Palin and the Tea Party for shootings in his city, which has some of the toughest gun control laws in the nation. Media figures all over the country want gun owners to be treated like sex offenders. They're printing their names, addresses, and phone numbers in the newspapers. If I had said this a few years ago, you would have probably told me to go run down the ShopRite and get some rental wrap and build one of those tinfoil hats to put on my head. But this is not wild-eyed conspiracy theory. This is today's reality. Yes, we are at war with the left and the Vichy right. Those who want to disarm us are pushing the envelope further and further. First, their definition of assault weapons is ever expanding. For the press covering this, a true assault rifle is select fire. It is both semi and fully automatic. Full auto requires up to $20,000 if you can find it, a tax stamp, an extensive background check, a sign-off from your police chief, and some states, like New York, outlaw full auto anyway, even though it is legal at the federal level. Your hunting rifles and shotguns are not safe either. Many now are considered assault weapons. Mark my words, your bolt-action hunting rifle will be called a sniper rifle and be banned too. It's coming. The Obama administration, along with like-minded officials in various states and cities, are intent in disarming us of all guns. All guns. The arguments of those who want to disarm us are devoid of logic. You don't need more than 10 rounds to shoot a deer. Cuomo screeched like a deranged lunatic in his psychotic meltdown that passed for a State of the State address. Anyone who hunts knows that in many jurisdictions, magazine capacities are already restricted on the hunting ground. Manufacturers produce 5-round magazines for so-called assault weapons, so people can hunt with them and shoot at the range bench. Pump action and semi-auto shotguns include what is called a duck plug to reduce magazine capacity when the gun is used for duck hunting. Cuomo's vision of hunters machine gunning animals makes absolutely no sense. The point of hunting is to harvest meat from the animal. But we know the Second Amendment is not about hunting and sporting purposes. The Second Amendment was written to prevent our government from turning into a tyranny. Our Founding Fathers' words on this are clear and well documented. The larger issue with magazine capacities is that no politician has the right to tell you what you need. It's called the Bill of Rights. It's not the Bill of Needs.